I am just about to try a new recipe that I haven't made before, and it's buffalo coleslaw, and it is from that ruled me website. I think I'm saying that right. But anyway, I've never tried this, and I love anything with this sauce, so I thought I would try it. So it does take a quarter cup of mayonnaise, and it takes a quarter cup of the hot sauce. It actually takes a quarter cup apple cider vinegar, which I don't have. So I'm going to use red wine vinegar. I'm not sure if that's going to change things a bit, but we will try. And then it takes some garlic powder, which this is my pet peeve, and Reggie does this, is he'll not use all of the seasoning and then buy another seasoning. And then we have like all these like tiny bit of seasoning left in these containers. And then I don't buy anymore because I think that there's still a lot left. But anyway, I think I'll have enough garlic powder. It only takes a teaspoon. So between the two, I should have enough. Take some salt, some cabbage, blue cheese. I love blue cheese. Okay, and it also takes chives, which I don't have, so I'm going to use these green onions, and some celery. So I'm going to start chopping this up and mixing up the sauce and let you know how it turns out. So happy Saturday. Today is actually October 26th. It's one of my old students' birthdays today, and it's funny because I taught her in second grade, my very first year that we lived here at this first school I taught at, and I've since moved to two different schools. We actually moved out of state and came back, and then this student, her mom actually teaches one of my bar classes that I go to. So I went on Thursday morning and she told me it was her birthday. So that's kind of exciting. So I'm starting by chopping the cabbage. It only calls for half a head of cabbage. That's the right term, right? Head of cabbage. Oh, my cats are like hissing at each other. They're all crazy. So I'm going to chop up. It says to thinly slice the cabbage, so I guess you're making like a coleslaw, so it's got to be quite thinly sliced. I don't actually eat raw cabbage. I usually cook my cabbage, so I haven't done raw in a while, other than like my kimchi, which I love. So I'm going to chop it quite thin because I just haven't had it in a while, so I don't want big chunks of raw cabbage. I don't think that would be very good at all. Cabbage always like blows my mind. It's like the cheapest vegetable, and it makes so much. So crazy. But anyway, it's been an awesome day so far. I'm kind of excited because I was away for our fall break and went to Philly. And so I've been really, really busy. So I'm just kind of excited to have a weekend to just kind of get caught up. It was a good week at school for the most part. Kids weren't too crazy, so that's good. Weather's been insane here, though. It's just been raining a lot, so that does make the kids a little stir crazy. We had to have indoor recess for 2 days, and that's never fun. And then had an assembly at 3:15 on Friday after 2 rainy days, so probably bad planning on my part, but can't control the weather. So yeah, Thursday I actually came home and I cleaned the house. I love getting my cleaning done like on Thursday, and then I don't have to worry about it. And then last night I actually went and did my grocery shopping and did a little bit of prep. I made up my bacon, and I actually cooked some spaghetti squash for another recipe I'm going to make later on today. And it's the first time I actually cooked spaghetti squash, and I tried it once before, and I don't think I knew how to cook it, and I ended up throwing it out. So I actually followed directions on how to cook it this time, and I think it worked out really well. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm excited to make that recipe. I'm going to make some like spaghetti squash lasagna later, and so I did my grocery shopping last night, did a little bit of food prep, and then actually woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. It was like, I rolled over and thought, when you do that, you like think, oh, I've slept a while. It's got to be at least 6 o'clock. I'm not a late sleeper, so for me, I'm like, oh, it's got to be at least 6 or 7. And then I roll over, it's like 4:58. I was like, oh, and I was already like awake. So It was all right though. I sat and had like coffee in bed, which I never ever do, and then I went to the gym, had a good leg workout, washed the sheets on the bed. Yeah, I've been pretty productive already. It's only 10 o'clock, so I'm decided to make this because Reggie's in the shower. We're going to go and test drive a few new cars as well. So I am going to go and wash my cabbage, and then I'm going to chop up like the celery and the onion and the other things, and then mix this all up. I'm kind of excited. It should be good. All right. I chopped up the cabbage, I've washed it, and now I can put it in a bowl, which I think, my birthday's coming up, and Reggie keeps asking me for ideas. Random thought. But I do think I need some new bowls, which is not a very exciting birthday present, but my mixing bowl, like I only have one big one, and then right now we have like meat defrosting in that bowl, because of course we're going to do some grilling later on. Ooh, I also have a big, what is it called, a Boston butt roast or a pork shoulder, is that what it's called? But anyway, we have one of those in the smoker right now, so super excited about that. So I've got my 2 ribs of washed celery, and I'm going to chop those up. I love chopping celery. I don't know, I just like that, the sound it makes. Watch me like cut my finger off now that I've said that. But anyway, yeah, I just like that systematic chopping of it. So yeah, maybe I need a new mixing bowl for my birthday. Yeah, we're going to go look at some cars today. And then, all right. Oh yeah, that's why I said the date, because it's October 26th. And guess what I plan on doing today? Well, actually, it's kind of funny because I have a pumpkin that I bought last week at Trader Joe's. And I'm going to carve the pumpkin just for fun. We have like no Halloween decorations out, and I just feel like I want to have a pumpkin carved. So I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to put up my Christmas decorations. Yes, I put up my Christmas decorations very early. Okay, so I'm going to do the half an onion too. I think I'm going to do a little less. I don't really want a whole half an onion. That's too oniony for me. So I'm just going to do kind of this quarter onion. I'm going to chop that up as well and put that in there. Chopping onions, not nearly as fun as chopping celery, but I will do it. So yes, I like to put up my Christmas decorations super early. I do put up a lot, and actually this year I'm putting up 2 Christmas trees. Trying to debate where I'm going to put, because I bought a new one last year, new decorations, so I want to put that up in the living room. And then we go home to Canada to see my family for Christmas, so I'm actually gone for like the week of Christmas. So okay, and I'm going to add the onion to the celery and the cabbage. So I like to put up my Christmas decorations super early. Usually I put them up around Halloween. One year we were putting them up on Halloween, and we had like trick-or-treaters come up, and those poor kids were so confused. They were like, "Do you have your Christmas tree up?" Yep. Okay, so it does call for chives, and it calls for like 2 tablespoons of chives. And so what you're supposed to do is toss together the cabbage, the celery, the white onion, half the chives, and half the blue cheese. So I'm just going to like randomly chop up the green parts of my green onions and then just put those in. I might not worry about whether it's the right amount. Just going to chop them up real tight. Aren't chives and green onions the same thing? I don't think they are, but I usually use them in place of each other because I rarely buy chives. I used to grow them when I had my own little herb garden, but I don't have much of a green thumb, so that didn't really work out well. And then what does it call for? It looks like, a cup of blue cheese. So, oh my gosh, I love blue cheese. So I'm just going to see. This is 5 ounces. I don't know if this is a cup or not, but it says to add half of the blue cheese and then top it with half. What do I want to do? Because when it says top it, chances are I'm not going to remember to do that when I serve it. Like, I think you're supposed to top it when you serve it, but I'm just going to mix it all in. That's what I'm going to do. Mixing it up. All right, so I've got all that mixed in my bowl. That's not nearly big enough to be doing this. So that just looks good like that, doesn't it? And now I'm going to mix up the sauce. And hopefully, like I said, this red wine vinegar works in lieu of apple cider vinegar, which I don't have. So I'll start mixing up the sauce and then attempt to mix it in that bowl. So to mix up the sauce, it looks like it takes a 1/4 cup of mayo. So I'm going to use this, my favorite mayo that I use, that Primal Kitchen mayo. I buy at Costco. It's a pretty good deal there. Actually, we're going to go to Sam's today. I got to pick up a few things. Some bacon. Gosh, probably need to get off the bacon. I do probably need to start considering, you know, buying like that sugar-free bacon, because I know that the bacon I have does have some sugar in it. I just realized that. Actually, I think I knew it deep down, but just have been in denial about that. But, you know, because I love it so much. And maybe it would help curb my bacon eating, because, you know, it's more expensive and I wouldn't be able to cook as much of it. Okay, so 1/4 cup. Ew, I hate when this happens. I gotta go wash my hands. And I'm back. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't stand when the mayo gets all over your hand like that. Anyway, so I'm going back in. I'm going back in because there's just like a little bit there. Okay. And what is it? The 1/4 cup of hot sauce. My favorite. Bought some more of this last night at Walmart, and like took me forever to find it, and then all of a sudden I turned around and they had it like the end of 3 aisles. Like, it was really weird. I'm like, what aisle is that hot sauce on? And I turned around, it was just right there, but it wasn't the one I want. And then it's like I just followed all the displays of the Franks to find the one I wanted, because I wanted the big one, not the little one. And I like the wing one. The wing one, the buffalo one. Okay, so here I go with the red wine vinegar. Yeah, I don't know. Is that gonna be weird? Right? It's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I just won't add as much. It's supposed to take a 1/4 cup. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be fine. Hope I'm not like ruining the recipe. I could have just like waited and gone and bought some of the stuff that I actually needed. Apple cider vinegar, but I didn't. And watch me have had, no, I know I didn't have any. Oh, I don't know, guys. Hopefully it's going to be good. All right. So, and then what does it take? Oh, let's see. I need my teaspoon. For, yeah, like, look at this. How annoying. Like, there's like hardly any in here, and then it's the same amount in the other one. Oh, look at though. It's exactly a teaspoon. So now I know that I have probably a teaspoon left in this one. And then what does it take? So, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I guess I shouldn't use this one. I should use the one that's not coarse. We've been into that coarse salt for some reason. I like that on my avocados. So good. Okay, so 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Do I have everything? I got the mayo, I got the hot sauce, I got the vinegar, garlic powder, salt. So here we go. I'm going to mix that up and get it all over me. It's so messy. Ooh, okay, so I love chopping celery and I love whisking. Super vinegary. Oh wow, hopefully it'll be okay. Whisk, whisk. Feels so accomplished when it gets all mixed together. And, alright. So, let me see. Oh, yeah, it tastes fine. Probably didn't need so much red wine vinegar, but because it's a little vinegary. But I think it would have been the same with the same amount of apple cider vinegar. So it's a quarter cup of all of those. And now I'm just gonna mix it in my bowl that's not quite big enough. Just start mixing it around. I'm sure it's gonna be good. But yeah, probably just need a bigger bowl. Alright, I'm just going to keep kind of pouring it in. I'm sure if you had a normal size bowl, you could pour it all in at once. So I'm just going to do it step by step. So professional. Hey Reggie, I thought of a birthday present. A bigger mixing bowl. Alright, it's looking good. I think this is going to be good. I think it'll be good once it sits for a while. It's, because then I like it when the cabbage will get like a little bit, what's the word? Like tender, I guess, from the dressing and stuff. So I'm going to pour the rest of this on there. Get all of it out. Oh, that's not bad. Smells good, looks good. It'll be super good with all that blue cheese. So this will be good for like a side with some of my stuff this week. I'm doing... Like I said, we're smoking that roast, and we're going to do some burgers and barbecue some sausage, of course, and did some bacon. Oh, yeah, I bought this chicken. That's what I did last night, too, is I bought this chicken stuff from Trader Joe's. It was like chicken thighs, but in like a shawarma sauce. So, and the macros are pretty good on that. So I bought that last week and actually cooked it in the oven last night. It looks really good. So I'm probably going to have a little bit of that for my breakfast. Yes, for my breakfast. 10:21, so I am probably going to eat soon, actually. I also was very successful in doing my, I had said last week that I was kind of waiting too long to eat my first meal, and then just kind of snacking in the afternoon instead of sitting down with another meal. So I've tried to have my first meal a little earlier. I am working out a bit heavier now, so I think I could, just need to eat a little bit closer to my workouts. And then, I packed like a breakfast and a lunch for every day this week. And then I successfully ate both of those meals every day. And then my dinners were more, I ended up pretty much eating the same calories I was doing. I just wasn't eating such a big dinner, which is what I wanted to stop because I felt like I was just like overeating a bit at dinner. So yeah, I think I did pretty good this week. So I'm going to try to do that again next week and just keep with that. I think I felt better too. My energy levels felt better. So I just need to eat a little bit more substantially, I think, during the day and then have a smaller dinner. So that's my plan for the week again. All right, this looks super good. And there it is. So it looks like you're supposed to do... okay, you get 6 servings out of this. I'm probably just going to do 1 cup servings and store it in the fridge. It looks really good.